Nigel, morning. Let's get your final thoughts on that defeat on Saturday.
Frustrating one again. Watched it all back and very, very little wrong with the performance. We're getting punished disproportionately at the moment for the amount of attacks teams are having against us. The only one we got away with when probably Pimmy came out and caught the lad. Could have been a red card. It's outside the box, but could have been a red card. At the other end, we should have had a penalty for handball. The assistants looking straight across at it. So that evened that out, really. But in the game, I thought we were in the ascendancy. Just poor timings of the goals because we started the game brilliantly, first 5 or 6, 7 minutes, and then the first break they scored, and then we just get the equaliser, and a couple 2-3 minutes later the break again, and it's a very good finish. I think that little bit of quality shows up. You think 6 months ago we were 2 leagues apart. Huddersfield with a predominantly championship squad, and us in League Two. So that little bit of quality, but in terms of the quality of our play at times and the conditions, I said that afterwards, and that really came through in the watching it back in terms of, usually you see loads of balls going with the wind flying behind the goal. There wasn't that many in the game, and I think it was credit to both teams to put a game on like that. And unfortunately, we're just coming out the wrong end of them, at the wrong side of them at the moment. And I watched Peterborough at Northampton last night, and just the same, they've lost 4 out of 5, and they miss an unbelievably good chance to go 2-1 up and end up losing the game 2-1. Darren will feel exactly the same this morning. And Michael Duff was saying they lost 7 out of 8 earlier in the season. Huddersfield, he said they're not doing an awful lot different. It's just what you get away with it, whether you get a break in the game. But effort, general performance, I thought was very good.
You're not getting the points that your performances warrant at the minute, are you? You're never out of games. You're always in games. Do you take any consolation from that?
Yeah, because that shows how close we are. We've lost by the odd goal in 4 out of the 5 games, and we were lost by more than 2 was when we went that 10-minute Bolton. That's one that was really in our hands. So we are incredibly close. And I still maintain, you can look back to the games where I think we won 5 on the spin, didn't we? We won Crawley, Northampton. We weren't playing anywhere near as well as we're playing now. So it's just tightening up on 1 or 2 little things, improving. Very, very small details really within games. And then it's fine margins from there on in.
What could set it off? Again, getting the points back on the board.
Well, I thought the Bolton one was a great opportunity, being 1-0 up with less than 20 minutes to go, and the home team struggling to create, and the crowd getting very frustrated with them. I thought that was the one before Hiram went and did what he did. So it's something like that, getting to that situation and then not doing anything daft or silly. And hopefully that will be Saturday at Charlton. But it's difficult to say to the lads that, use the phrase, it's like a broken record afterwards. We are playing well. The stats, everything will tell you that, and we know from our own eyes that we're not too far away.
Moving on, you've got a friendly later this afternoon against Everton. Who's going to play in that?
Most of the lads who need games, Callum McDonald, Tom Nichols, George Williams. It's mainly for Rhys Oates, who's gone up there. Will play between 45 and 60 minutes, I think. Stephen McLaughlin's gone up there, Ben Wayne, because it might be the last, depending what happens with the team over Christmas. We need to really get them up to speed, ready for the Christmas period, because there won't be many friendlies between now and the new year. So it's the last chance to get a game. But it's on Everton's training ground, so the pitch will be magnificent, the surface. So it'd be a good game for them, mixed in with a few under-21s as well.
Everyone was buoyed on Saturday to see the return of striker Rhys Oates. What will he give you that you might not have had so far this season?
Just that threat of direct pace that you saw as soon as he came on. And it might be on the right-hand side or something for a little while until he gets back into the swing of it. But you saw the impact he had immediately. Where we can put the ball in behind or between the fullback and the centre half, and he was very close to making us a goal or 2. Just a couple of crosses that were so unlucky. I think the defenders have got toes on him, and somehow they've got him out for corners or trapped under the goalkeeper's legs or something like that. So it'd be nice to get one of those.
What's the latest from the treatment room?
Elliot Hewitt is he's okay. It's just a combination of things with Elliot. When he does play the games, there's such high volume, and when you haven't had a pre-season, it's very, very difficult for him to play sort of Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday at this stage.
Moving on, let's look to Saturday's match at Charlton. They're always challenging fixtures, and this one will be no different.
No, another one of the ex-Premier League boys in the league, and huge stadium, and a great place for us to go and play. I I think they've been a little bit up and down, like ourselves so far this season. But I think it'll be an interesting game.
Finally, we're only a few weeks away from January, of course, as the calendar year comes to a close. Are you thinking about business already in January?
Yeah, of course, you always have plans in the back of our minds. I think 1 or 2 maximum. We're very, very pleased with the squad generally. It'll all hinge on whether Lee Gregory is okay, which we should know hopefully by the end of December, early January.
Thank you.